Hope everyone's excited as I am. I've got Ash Millman in the green screen. I've got Ash Millman in the green screen, guys. It's not green at all, but you can flip to this screen. Actually, let me flip over to this screen. How are we doing? Hope everyone's good. I've got a very special episode of Streamer Tears podcast. I say special edition because this is the first time and possibly the only time we're going to do this live. And I have an amazing guest joining me today. So they have been streaming for, I think about a year and a half now. I'll have to ask the guy because I can't remember now. But and they joined us. We were really privileged to have them on the Streamer Stories podcast last year. They are, as far as I'm concerned, the Queen of Horror. And they go by the name of Ash Millman. Here she is. Hello. I've unmuted me. Can you hear me? You alive?
Hello, I can hear you. Sorry, my face was like, what's happening? Hello.
Sorry. How are you doing?
No, I'm good. Sorry, I literally caught sight of my face on the stream. Like,
I was like, yeah, I know. I suppose there's a delay as well, isn't there? Which is not helping.
No,
I'm so sorry.
Oh no, thank you for having me on. I hope that introduction was good because I didn't hear a word of it.
Oh, right, there we go. Yeah. Well, hopefully chat will tell me that. Yeah, it was hopefully worth it, and it was really good. But I was like, how long have you been streaming for again? I think it's been about a year and a half now, isn't it? Year and a half now. How have you been?
Technically, I did because I did a run when I was still at PlayStation Access, and then started my own thing. So it would be a year and a half, but like technically, it's like over 2 years because of when I did the original run. So people have like 24 like month badges popping up, and I'm like, how?
Hey,
how?
oh,
Why?
let's go. Yeah, that's got to be a bit disorientating, I suppose, isn't it? It was like, hang on a minute. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Got some peeps in the chat already. So we got is that R2012 Die Ash. Hello. We got Jamie Patronis here. The Boris. We got my crews here. We got Mr. Tan. We got Aero. We got Mrs. Spalding. Spooders. How are we all doing, friends?
Hi.
I hope everyone is good. So Ash.
Hi, Corey Kim says we're here as well. I did some ranking with Jamie Petronis last time actually, so we need some. Got hot takes to come through from other people in here.
Okay, some spicy takes, that's for sure. So we've agreed on this, haven't we? We're gonna do this as like our list, which I'm like, okay.
I was like, you're doing this as well, aren't you, Johnny?
Yeah. But like, as far as your word is final, but I will try my best to put up a bit of a fight, but I'm not very good at that. I'll do my best.
I'm gonna be there like F.
But yeah. If you can do all that, I'm gonna be like, that's my favorite game. So, yeah, no, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Friendship's over. So. So yeah, we and I was saying this before. Like, I was like, do we do horror games, or horror movies? Because I know you do love you love them horrors. So, but yeah, we're going to do horror games, and then hey, you never know. Maybe down the line we can do horror films.
There's potential.
Yes, there's potential there. Tables are going to get flipped tonight. Hey, Karen Tinkleberry.
It's on one.
So, okay, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to just go through some of like the big dogs, should we call them? We'll then start going through some slightly more obscure ones. So so our tier list today has got S, A, B, C, D, and F, and we have got a category for we haven't played it, but if we haven't played it, we just want to talk about it. Simple as that, won't it? So, but there's like over 240 games on this list. It's ridiculous, but we're not gonna get to all of them. We have not got enough time. We might as well start with the Resident Evil series. I think it's a pretty common ground we can start on, right? So, what's your relationship with these games, actually? Did you play the OGs? Did you play the remakes? Did you play both?
Oh, see, I think this is actually going to reveal my horror game history, which is I've spoke before that I played a lot of. I liked stealth games. I liked high fantasy was very much where I lived, and RPGs as a teenager, and I loved horror films. Then came to horror games a little bit later. Like the stuff that I loved when I was growing up, but I wasn't like an original Silent Hill and Resident Evil player. So they've been something that I've been really enjoying rediscovering discovering for the first time, I should say, as I've gotten older. So Resident Evil, I think, if I'm honest, I had played it and experienced it and seen bits of it, but the first time I really dug into a Resident Evil for myself was when the remake era started coming. Like I was one of the
Yeah.
new wave fans.
Yeah,
So
sure.
Resident Evil 7 was like hot for me. I
Ooh.
loved Resident Evil 7. That was kind of like an awakening to the Resi franchise. Because for
Yeah.
ages I was like, I thought it was like Final Fantasy, which also is not the same, but like I thought it was like the same as those two were. You had to have played all the other ones in the series to understand
Yes.
the numbered version.
Yeah, yeah,
And then
yeah.
I was like, actually, no, like you can just jump in. Like there's obviously it helps knowing the rest of the story, but there's so many that you can just jump in.
Yeah, yeah, true, true. Not exactly, yeah. Yeah, Resident Evil 7. I mean, it's a great one entry. We can start with that if you don't mind.
Mm.
So what I'll do is I'll drop it into C tier, and then we can have a conversation about that. So, okay, is that
No.
A for R, or is that?
Oh, I thought that was you doing a rank. I thought that was you ranking it. It's like, oh, I'll put it in the C tier because that's what I
Well, the
think. I
whole
was like,
series.
Daddy,
Oh,
no.
oh no, 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 no. Yeah. No, I would be punching myself in the face if I was saying this is a C tier game.
I understand now. Okay, yes, I'll keep my scream within.
Yeah. Oh, okay. No, I thought you were thinking like, yeah. It's great. No, so I mean, it could be like where are we thinking of Resident Evil 7 then? So this is the first one you played as well.
I might have played Resident Evil 2 remake first. I'm trying to
Oh,
remember the
yeah,
release order. I think it was 7.
yeah.
Whichever one
It
came
was
out
7.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I played that one and was like, oh man, I love this. Like, I didn't realize Resident Evil as well. And for years, as you know, I was a bit of a dumbass. I didn't realize horror games were puzzle games for a long time as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because survival horror stuff, where it's all just like guns and fighting, I like it, but it's not my favorite genre. I love a puzzle, and then realizing that horror games are in fact at their heart puzzle games because you're doing like a puzzle under pressure to be able to solve it and get out of there and escape without having to use brute force. And Resident Evil is especially that kind of thing where you have to find all the items, put them in the right places. It was very much an awakening, like I say. Resident Evil 7 is like unequivocally an S tier. Like I wouldn't.
Mm,
I'm sorry to start high, but it's we're already up there. It's for
yeah.
7 for me.
I I'd probably put it in the A for me, but I do love 7. I do. I mean, someone said it in chat. I think it was Talim. It's arguably it is the scariest one. I think it is the
Yeah.
scariest Resident Evil game. I mean, it'd be interesting what happens when Requiem comes out, but so far, I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, 7 is definitely the scariest. I just feel like the last like third, kind of drops a little bit off as soon as you get to like the
Ooh.
boat section. I don't know.
I agree. I agree. The boat section is not as good as the like Louisiana swamps. If as that was my accent for the
It's
area.
better than your Welsh one. So.
Yeah, it is better than my Welsh one. Welcome to the family, son. So I would absolutely agree with what you said there, but it doesn't tarnish the game for me. I kind of
Sure.
like that it
Yeah.
goes a bit silly, and the Ethan Winters storyline that gets established and then
Mm.
carried on in like with this black substance that gets continued then in Village as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love it when it goes a bit silly and camp, and I
The
think that was the
molded.
setup for Village being super camp as well.
Well, let's talk about Village then as well because they are connected. I mean, they're
Yeah.
like I said, they're direct sequels to each other, but not only in numeric order, but also in story to its own story, isn't it? So, where do you fall in this camp then for Village? Then? 'Cause a lot of people are like, is it as good? Is it not as good? There's certain things that improved. There's certain things that maybe didn't. I don't know.
God. So I at the time I was playing it, I was like, this might be my favorite one of the whole series. And then as I have grown and my thoughts have distilled, I think 7 is better. But
Yeah.
I don't know if it's like worth dropping it a whole tier down. It's like
Okay.
it's probably but I don't think it's bad in the slightest. I just
No.
think 7 was more special for me personally. Like if I was doing a subjective one, it would be 7 up top. But I
Yeah.
do think
Yeah.
Village belongs in the S tier as well. It's just,
Yeah.
Lady D doing her thing.
Yeah, Lady is great. I love the Donna Beneviento house as well. Like that. Oh, God. I mean,
Yeah.
it's the most scariest game, 7. It's the most scariest moment, possibly. The
Yeah,
baby.
100%. Yeah.
God.
House Beneviento and House Domitresque absolutely slaps.
Yes.
And then I loved the Freaky Fishman house because he was just a dirty
Yeah.
weird
Moreau.
freak.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Heisenberg again, super camp. I wasn't a fan of his house as much because I'm not a big super industrial person, but I did think it was. I did think it was really scary. Like the guy with the drill head,
Yeah.
like loud noises and like machinery make me feel very like sick and weird. So it definitely nailed that vibe.
Yeah, for sure. But I think if you're going for S tier and S tier or S and A, I mean, I think Village is a step down. I'm going for B for me here, but I don't know.
Hot.
Yeah, but no, we can go for A in the middle if you want, like there,
Yeah.
maybe.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you sure you want to do? Are you having second thoughts now about doing this with me?
No, I like that it inspires conversation and
It
that we have to
does.
settle on the score.
Okay, yeah,
But
I
yeah,
like
I
that.
think I think if I made you put the other one in S, then this one
Yeah,
being in A makes sense.
I'm all for like 7 being an S. Like it is like, oh, yeah, it's so good. It's so good. I'm more than happy with that. To be honest with you. Someone's asking about Five Nights at Freddy's. We will have to cover that as well. I've never played those, by the way, so I'll have to take your judgment on
Oh,
that one. So, um,
okay.
but no, we got to do some more Resident Evil. So you mentioned Resident Evil 2 remake. Did you play Resident Evil 1 remake, or that was tank controlly, wasn't it? So some people maybe
Yes,
not
I
play that one.
actually I played bits of it. I never finished it fully. Like
Yeah.
my pal Rosie from PlayStation Access, Ms. Produce is the biggest Resident Evil fan in the world. So I've seen her play a lot of it, and I have played it with her a bit. And I obviously love Resident Evil
Hmm.
1, but I think because I missed out on the nostalgic factor, I can like look at it through a different lens slightly.
Yeah, of
I do
course.
think it's really good. I do think it's really good. I'd probably like that would be a comfortable like A for
Yeah.
me.
Hey, I'm
But
fine with that. I'm totally fine
yeah,
with that. It's a hot take for me for a lot of people, but I think I prefer 2 remake to 1
yeah,
remake. I'm an old bastard. I love the original more, to be honest. But
yeah.
I love the camp and cheesiness of the 1996 version, and
It's
I
so
love
good. The like
I love modding it as well. So yeah,
yeah, Jill Sandwich and like the voice acting and how stilted it is. It's
yeah,
so good. Like
yeah,
you can't do the same thing with that now. Like it's hard to nail that now without it being intentional.
yeah.
Whereas because it was so off the cuff, so good.
I really want there to be, and it seems like I'm in a bit of a minority, but I really want a RE1 remake. I really would love to see it on the RE engine, and given it the lick of paint that the 2, 3, and 4 remakes have had. But I seem to be in a bit
Yeah.
of a minority with that. They're going down a different direction apparently with Code Veronica and possibly Zero again, which would be interesting. So
Yeah. Yeah. I
we'll
do
see.
really like how like they remake something and then they kind of make like something that's new but that ties into the old games.
Yeah.
Like Village feeling like a Resident Evil 4 remake first,
Yes.
it being like,
Yeah.
okay, here's the Village for the new generation. And then also his Resident Evil 4.
It's
I
so
don't know,
true.
I like their attitude.
It's so true, but it makes me wonder then what like what's going to go on with Requiem, because that doesn't.
Mm,
You were right. When I was seeing like Resident Evil Village coming out, it was so clear to me that it was so heavily inspired by Resident Evil 4 remake, also on the looming coming out and stuff like that. But now Requiem's here, I'm like,
yeah.
that's nothing like Resident Evil Zero or Code Veronica. What is this? Is a completely whole new thing. But exactly, it's like it's so unique.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for
Well,
Requiem.
those ones are based on the Outbreak files. The
Yes.
character that's in there is from there, so I think Outbreak, like the spin-offs, are getting a bit of love, which is nice
Yeah.
as well. So
Absolutely. Okay, so Resident Evil 2 remake then. Let's go into that one
S,
then.
S,
Okay, no problem. Yeah,
S.
S tier. No notes. Moving on.
No, I think if I had to pick, I wouldn't say it is my favorite horror game, but whenever I have to pick, somebody says, "Oh, can you recommend me a horror game?" I've only really watched films. I'm not really sure what to play, or I'd like a good starting point. I'm like Resident Evil 2 remake. Like that is the perfect horror game
Hmm.
for introductions, for like establishing tone, mood, like multiple playthroughs, the fear in it. Like I think it is such a beautifully made game. The remake specifically, the original one, yes, but the remake specifically.
Hmm.
It's my go-to, like, why haven't you played this yet game.
Yeah, that's fair. That's completely fair. I'm always torn between. I love the original. Like, I mean, and again, I know I'm of an older generation, but I love the original so much. But because my only gripe with the second remake is that the second campaign was not fleshed out properly.
Yeah,
Whereas in the original, you had basically four different, very unique scenarios, really. Whereas they really didn't do that much in the remake. But the actual game itself is just it's just so
yeah,
good. I love it
it
so
really
much.
is.
So yeah, S tier all the way for me as well. Like I'm always down for that. Yeah, hell yeah, absolutely. Okay, then we got the contentious one now. Resident Evil 3 remake.
Yeah.
What we think of this one?
Where do you sit with this on? I'm interested as a Resi fan. Where's your how do you feel about three
Well,
remake?
I may plug myself, if I may, to say I'm playing this tomorrow on stream. I've never
Ah,
streamed this because I've only recently had a new PC.
yeah,
I've only now recently had a PC that actually can play the damn thing. I really like RE3 Remake. I think it gets a lot of shtick. The reason why it gets the stick is because it's so shallow. That's the word I use for it. It's shallow. And when I say shallow, I don't mean as in its heart, but well, maybe a little bit, but more on its content and its how big the game is. But the actual content that's there, it's so much fun. It's a really, really high quality. I mean, arguably a high quality action game, but it's an action
mhm,
horror game. I really like it. Was I disappointed with certain aspects? I certainly was, like the lack of clock tower, Nemi kind of being kind of on rails more than being this lurking threat like Mr. X was.
mhm.
But I actually thought it was, what they did with it was quite good overall. I love there's certain things that are better. Like I love the dynamics between Jill and Carlos more.
Yeah,
Carlos is a far more mature character. He actually is not just calm down, ladies, and all this stuff. He's actually yeah. So I really like Free. You
calm
know,
down, lady.
calm
Oh, I
down,
love
lady. You know.
that.
So if I was ranking this, I would probably put it in the beta. To be honest.
Ooh, that's interesting because again, as I don't have the nostalgic factor of playing the original one and having my own thoughts of it, I came to this fresh, so I have a much more positively skewed opinion of three as well. So I
Yeah.
would agree. I'd agree with B.
Nice. Yeah, I love that. I love that because,
Yeah.
and it's funny that you mention that because it's true. Like I do think a lot of the people who come into the franchise and this newer wave of fans, should we say, with some by the way, I had a really weird relationship with that. Like I always felt like there was like gatekeeping metalheads that,
Yeah,
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 from the '90s. Hey, this is my game series. But no, I'm
yeah,
loving it. This is throwing interest and perspective, and I love the fact that it got a lot more positivity about this game. It's really good because I think that the
yeah,
criticism is a bit unwarranted somewhat. I
yeah.
get it, but
I
yeah.
agree. I think like a 3 hour game is kind of nuts, but then they did release it with like something else at the same time. It's Mastermind that kind of had the
Oh yeah,
the
goodness me.
multiplayer thing. So they
Reverse.
like Reverse, that's it. They lumped those two together, which is what the fault was because they put a lot of work into it. It's just in the wrong place. But yeah, I had a great time with Resident Evil 3 remake. I really love a short game as well. I was like, this is
Hmm.
fine. Like as long as I'm having fun and it feels like enough fleshed out. Which there was definitely room for more, especially in a Resident Evil game. I absolutely hear it, I see it, but yeah, I had a nice time playing it, and I thought it was really cool, and it was a nice intro as a little Resi baby coming into it as well.
Hmm. No, I couldn't agree more. I'm just reading some of the comments here. So a C for RE3 remake. Thoughts on Requiem. I'm super stoked. I'm super
Yeah,
stoked. It
same.
looks so good. I don't know about how you do. I mean, quite actually, let's ask you the question as well. How do you act when it comes to like game trailers and gameplay and the information coming out? Like you can watch the first 12 minutes of the game or 30 minutes or whatever. Like, do you watch the whole shebang if it's a game that you're really interested in? Because I'll tell you my take on it. So I've stopped now with Requiem. I'm like, any
Yeah,
new trailers? Nope.
that's
Any
enough.
new foot? Nope. I watched
Yeah.
like the first two trailers and the first like 12 minutes or whatever, and I'm done. I will not watch any more now until release, and I'm just gonna play the crap out of it. So, what are you like?
Yeah. So when I've like worked for corporations that like
Yeah,
putting content out, we had to keep on top of every piece of information, which was a really fun way of doing it because it's like seeing all the way that it's marketed and then the way that it comes out and being able to compare them and do deep dives on what you think you're going to get and what you see. I loved doing that, but now that I don't have to, I absolutely avoid everything like the plague. I like a trailer, I like a cinematic trailer, they're my favorite thing, or something that's representative of gameplay but doesn't feature gameplay. Whereas I
mm,
know lots of people don't like those. I do because it's like, okay, here's the vibe, and then I'm not getting any spoilers as well. So I do love a cinematic trailer. I really do love a cinematic
yeah,
trailer. If I can get one of those, I'll watch it all day. But I'm probably not going to watch gameplay playthroughs. I'm just going to watch official trailers in like game shows. They're my favorite way of consuming a
yes.
new piece of media. It's like, okay, Game Awards is on, Horror Game Awards is on, Summer Games Fest is on. What are we seeing?
Oh man, that's so good. And again, I hope you don't mind me saying, like, again, you did an incredible job at the Horror Game Awards. Halloween Showcase, absolutely loved what you did there. A little bit of acting as well, which I loved.
Oh my god,
Like, can I
so
just ask you? Can
goofy.
I be a bit cheeky and ask you then, how much,
Yeah,
like, so you, because I mean, again, I was very very honored to have been invited to the Halloween Showcase. I became ill, so I couldn't actually live react to it, which I was really good about.
no
Huge
worries,
huge
man.
thank you to Phil and Will for the opportunity to do that, though. But like, I got an email. I hope this is not like news or anything like that, but I got an email like the day before of like the list of games that was going to be covered. Like, being a
Yeah.
little bit cheeky, how much do you know beforehand what's
Of
about
what's
to?
going to be in the
Yeah,
what's going to be the showcase?
yeah.
As a producer, all I know everything. I see everything.
Fair.
So yeah, I do. I know everything that's going to be in there. And then like I write the script, so I have to know everything to be able to do the
Oh
intros,
yeah.
nitros, like put the bits in for the guys to be able to go. And next we're going to see this.
Yes.
So they sort all of the bits out to get them into our system, get the people in, get developers with their games. I write up a script and then do kind of. I basically do the press side more than anything. So
Yeah.
like I'll take a look at press releases or edit things and give feedback on stuff, and then I present and script stuff. So that's kind of my role in the Horror Game Awards. It's very much like a producer role, which I love. It makes me sound like such a big dog when I'm like I'm a producer actually. So
Yeah.
I might ask them to upgrade me to executive producer.
Not trying to brag or anything, but kind of a big deal, you know. So.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. HGA baby.
Hey, cozy zombie, how you doing? Welcome in. Absolutely, yeah, yeah. That sounds amazing. I love that. Like, yeah, that's well, you got the coolest job. I love that.
Oh,
All right, back to it then. So, back Resident Evil 4 remake. Then let's go into that then. So, where are we going with the 4 remake?
ooh, you know what? I feel like I'm going to be controversial now. I thought it was a really good game, so don't nobody attack me. I thought it was a really good game, and I really enjoyed my time with it, especially when I was playing it. But since I've had no desire to go back.
Yeah, yeah,
Whereas the other ones I've thought, oh man, I'd love to go through that story again, or maybe I'll play this, or I'd be interested in doing this. With the Resident Evil 4, I felt kind of like I got my whole experience when I played it. Maybe I played it more than the other ones, so maybe that's it. But I still think it's good. I don't think it belongs in the B tier. It's going to be an A game again, but
yeah,
it's.
yeah. I'm
I
all
just
over
didn't.
that.
I just. I'm
Nope,
not.
wrong
I'm
one.
not there to be like it's S. It's S. I love it so much. Whereas I know loads of people really loved 4 remake. Like it was very popular.
You know what? I practically agree with everything you've just said. I feel
Yeah.
like I'm in. I feel like, yeah. Come at us. Don't come at Ash. Come at me as well. Come at. We've got we got a solidarity here. We're with each other. So, but I'm the same. Like, I genuinely think that I loved this game, but I didn't love it as much as 2 remake. Whereas in 2 remake, I just kept going back to it and going back to it and going back to it. I
Yeah.
played through 4, and then I didn't feel like I needed to replay it, and I still haven't. In
Yeah.
fact, I will be playing it again on the channel before Requiem comes out. So
Mm.
that's kind of where I'm going to go with that. I think maybe interesting. I really thought about this until literally just the information just processed just now. But I generally think maybe the reason why is because it is so long. Like, 2 remake is a
Yeah.
good length, and 3
Mm.
maybe a little bit shallow, but otherwise a good length. Sometimes, like to the point that you almost made before, which is that maybe such a long game isn't always the best thing for horror anyway. You know,
Yeah.
obviously different genres like RPGs, absolutely, you know, very different. But I just felt like I felt like it was Resident Evil 4 was a steak. It was really juicy. It was gorgeous. I loved it, and then I felt full. That was very good.
That's such a good description of it. Absolutely. And like when I think about it, I think of all the actual bits in the village, which are great. But my favorite part of it, which it takes ages to get to, was when you're in the laboratory and you get those horrible wobbly men with the big teeth. I forgot their name.
with the big cakes as well. The
Yeah,
regenerators.
yeah, yeah.
Oh
That's
my
it. The
god, the cakes
regenerators.
on the regenerators in the
Oh my
remake.
god. Yeah.
I was like, what am I
Literally,
looking at
yes.
here?
Yeah, I loved that bit. I loved going through
Yeah,
the laboratory and being like, "Ugh, what the hell?" And then
yeah,
those were actually genuinely very scary because they were
yeah.
so freakish. So,
I mean, did
even
you?
though you,
Sorry, did you play
no,
the
no, I was gonna
original
say,
as
until they
well?
turned around. What are
Did
you
you?
gonna say? Sorry.
Did you play the original as well? 4.
No,
Oh, okay,
I
yeah.
haven't played the original one.
Because that
They're
for
all on my
me.
list. I have them on my shelf, like ready to go through and play the OGs. As like I'm gonna do a series once I've done Silent Hill, Resident Evil is the next one. So I'm ready to play them all properly. So maybe my
Nice.
opinions will change, but yeah,
No, I mean, for again, my favorite Resident Evils are 2 and 4, and
yeah.
it's quite interesting because Resident Evil 2 and 4 OGs are like up there S tier for me. Resident Evil 2 remake, yeah, I put it S tier. 4 remake, I'm like, yeah, A tier. I would say it's very, very, absolutely incredible, a solid remake. But yeah, when it comes to the regenerators, like in the original, oh god, it's absolutely terrifying. They were so scary, and I was like, please don't mess this up, Capcom. Please don't mess this up. And like, I'm like, you know, already they did not. They did an incredible job with the regenerators. Yeah, I feel like I don't think they really did anything necessarily wrong. I feel like they actually did create an incredible remake. I just compared it to the Stake. I just felt like I didn't feel like I needed to go back to it. I just felt like it
Yeah.
was that did the job. So
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Well, we'll stop there with the Resident Evils then. So what we've got here? Hey, True Faithy, how you doing? Hectic morning. I hope you're well. The big wobbly dudes. That's the way of describing Welsh men. What are you trying to say? Are you trying to say we're regenerators with the cake booties? How dare you?
That's say keep them away from Hikari Kim if that's the case. Like, have you seen her giggling Leon emote that she's put in the chat as well? The booty cheek Leon.
Oh, I see.
Here it
Yes.
is.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, a little treat. A little treat.
There we go. That's Leon as a Welshman. Okay, shall we now move on to Silent Hill? And this is great because we've not long finished Silent Hill F between us, actually, because I just finished it last night. So
Yeah. I'm still playing. I'm still playing.
Oh,
I haven't
sorry.
finished it.
I won't spoil
Don't
the ending
spoil
then.
it.
Fair enough. Okay. Should we start from Silent Hill 1? Do you want to go 2? Where do you want to start with the Silent Hill series?
God, let's start with 2. Let's start
2?
with 2.
OG 2, yeah?
Yeah, we'll go 2 and then 1, 3 because I feel like that's the
2, 1, 3.
story goes like that, doesn't it?
I like that. Well, according to Bloober Team, it will be, yes. So,
No, you know what? I respected it so much as a real game knower, as as a Silent Hill knower. I was like, this actually makes so much sense because at least then you get like the actual story following over and making sense when they do not Resident Evil, but they do Silent Hill 1 and Silent Hill 3. It's so
Yeah.
directly linked that I'd much rather them be tied together. And Silent Hill, hot take, Silent Hill I like more than Silent Hill 2.
Yeah.
So I think them doing Silent Hill 2, which is so iconic and so many people's favorite games, and really nailing the remake and earning people's trust, and then doing the same for Silent Hill 1,
Yeah.
which loads of other people do like and like establish the series for them, and then they were like, oh, but 2 is better. I think it gives the opportunity for Silent Hill 1 to shine as much as 2 has when it originally came out, because it's like the sequel now. So
yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Like my take was I didn't like it at first. You know, I felt like for me, like it felt like Konami were just like, okay, we're gonna remake Silent Hill 2 because that's the big one, and it felt like it's just like they saw dollar signs. But like I love your perspective about Bloober Team though. They almost I can always see it. They can go like, challenge accepted. If you think well, we're gonna because a lot of people like they're gonna sink or swim with this. Like a lot of people were like, what, Bloober Team doing Silent Hill 2 remake? Really? Are you sure? And I mean, I was hesitant because they have been a bit hit and miss with their indie horrors, but like I mean, they smashed it. They did an incredible job, and
they did so well.
Like you said, I am genuinely excited for Silent Hill 1 remake now. I think they're gonna what they've already they're gonna learn from what they've done already with Silent Hill 2 remake, and I think they're gonna make Silent Hill 1 remake just. Oh, I'm so excited for it. I'm so excited, and I think that I prefer 2 to 1 personally, but
Yeah.
I think the story in one is so much darker, and I
Hmm.
think there's going to be a whole new set of Silent Hill fans that basically ignored the first one, possibly because of age or graphics or whatever,
Yeah.
that are going to really see the underbelly of what was a really quite messed up story. So,
Yeah. No, I think gameplay wise, absolutely. Like, so two's better gameplay wise, but the controls are absolutely dog
yeah.
in both of them from like on PS1. As somebody who played them within the last few years, I oh my god, trying to play Silent Hill 1 and 2 really, really upset me. So I enjoyed them, but yeah, trying to shoot my gun and run around in not my favorite experience. So being able to have modern controls, like I like preemptively feel like Silent Hill Remake may be my favorite horror game. Um Obviously they need to prove it, but like I think it may be
Hmm.
at least top three if they get it right. If they do
Yeah.
it the same way that Silent Hill 2 was, and it has the story of the first one and the energy of the first one,
Yeah.
and those crazy camera shots. Like I
Oh
love
yeah.
when you walk in Silent Hill 1 and
Yep.
you walk into Silent Hill and it starts like shifting the camera's perspective and you see all this kind of like blood across the floor and the guy that's up on the chain link fence. I don't know, that like that
Yeah.
sequence,
Yeah.
I love it so much for no reason because there's so many more horrible things that I've seen and so many more iconic things that I've seen before I played
Yeah.
Silent Hill. But even playing it like an adult and seeing that, I was like, this is so good. I love it.
Absolute cinema.
Yeah,
It really is. For 1999 video games as well, like nothing looked like that. Like there was some of those
yeah,
scenes were just like, yeah, holy crap. Yeah,
yeah,
completely agree. Okay, right. Silent Hill 2 OG this is then. Are we going to rank OG and remake? Do we need to get them both
yeah.
up, actually? Which we can compare the two as well, I suppose, if you want. Um,
This is the question though. So like, are we judging them by a modern day standard, or are we judging them like are we judging them by a contemporary standard, or are we judging them by when they came out?
hmm. I've not
Because
really
that's
thought about that. Yeah, I don't know. I tend to. I don't know if it's again because of my age and whatnot, but I tend to just play games for what I have the same feelings playing Resident Evil 2 now than OG than I did back when I was younger. Obviously, I don't get jump scared as much or anything like that, but like I still value the game as highly now as I did back then. I don't really play that many games and kind of go, um, oh, I enjoyed it then, but I don't enjoy it now. If that makes sense, I don't know.
yeah,
Um,
it's more the controls for me because if I were
yeah,
judging it from when it came out, I would have no quibbles about the controls because it would make absolute sense. Whereas if I'm thinking about it now, I'm thinking about Silent Hill 2 original, and having recently played it, I'd be putting it in a B category, which
that
isn't
is our
realistic to
take.
the story and the tone. But like for the controls,
Yeah,
like, and Silent Hill 1
yeah,
would be a C. But like I love them so much that I know they aren't that level of game,
yeah.
and so I think I've literally taught myself around to it needs to be considered realistically, which means they're going to be high, aren't they? So yeah, I
Yeah.
don't think and nothing's going below a B really in the first four games.
I've not played Beyond 4, so apart from F and 2 remakes. So
Yeah.
yeah. So what I find really interesting, Ash, and this would be interesting to hear your opinion on this, but I remember Silent Hill 2 OG coming out, right? And when it came out, I don't know what your memories of it were, but not many people were that hot on it. Like it was like,
Mm,
oh, it's pretty good. If you look at some of the old magazines and stuff like that, it had mixed reactions. It
mm,
wasn't the cult all-time S tier best horror game, psychological horror granddaddy it is today. People have got almost rose-tinted glasses on 2001 when this game 2001 2002 2001 I think it was when it
yeah.
came out. It's like no, when this game came out, it was like a mixed bag because of the
Yeah.
controls, because psychological horror was still pretty much in its birth at that point, really. So
Yeah.
it was only as the years went on where Silent Hill 2 OG really got its flowers, I feel, and I love it. I really did love it, but you are right; it's not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. The
Mm,
controls are very clunky.
yeah.
Yeah,
If any like if I were writing about this game, like I would probably mention that, but then I would literally be talking about how brilliant it is, like because it is brilliant and it
yeah,
is like a what's the word, like a template for horror that's grown over the years. Like it's a benchmark. So I don't think we can put Silent Hill 2 anywhere other than an A or S, and it probably is an S for its impact. but maybe an A for its controls would be my argument. So,
Yeah.
how you feel about it? Would you
Oh, I
S
don't
it?
know. You know what? Can I just? You know what? I don't know what you. Okay, let's keep it there for now. Let's talk about remake
Okay,
then, because this might have an impact on where we're going to put this. So,
yeah.
Silent Hill 2 remake. What did you think as a remake? What did you think of it as a modern game and everyone a
Oh,
remake?
I loved it. I loved
Yeah.
it. I had so much fun with it because it fixed all of my problems that I had with the connection. And as much as I love a janky, low res game, it being really crisp and spooky was good.
Yeah.
Um, do I feel the same way as I do about because Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 2 are in our S tier at the moment,
Uh huh.
aren't they?
Yeah.
So do I feel the same way about that as I do those? Yes, is probably the answer. So I'd probably S tier it.
I was. You know what? I've got a feeling. I've got a feeling here. I think we should put 2 remake at S and OG at A. What are you thinking?
Oh, yeah, that's how I'm thinking. That's how I
Yeah.
feel about
Yeah.
it, which is is so controversial. That's a controversial thing.
It's our list. I agree with it as well.
Yeah,
I do think
I do
now
think that.
that 2 remake. I mean, yeah, I think from a publisher perspective, not even a developer perspective, but from a publisher perspective, I tend to find
Yeah.
that anyone that does a remake, they want it to replace the original most of the time. Right,
Yeah.
and I feel like Silent Hill 2, Bloober Team, and Konami achieved that. I don't think you need to play DOG anymore because the remake did its job.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a meaty take, but I don't disagree at all. I like, you can play two and you get the vibe, you get it.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, I'm not saying that's what I always prefer. Like, I prefer.
Yeah.
I still play Resident Evil 2 OG as much. Well, I actually play Resident Evil 2 OG more than Resident Evil 2 remake, to be honest with you. But I'm just saying, from a publisher perspective, I think that's what they want. They want people don't need to play that. I hate using the word dead media, but they want these new games to replace them, don't they? So that's what they've. And if that was the objective, I feel like they achieved it. So
Ooh, true. Yeah. And
Uh-oh.
I'd probably do the same for Silent Hill OG. I'd put it in A
Yep.
because of how much I struggled with the controls. Like I love that game and I
Yeah.
love like it is my favorite of the two, but I'd still A it just because there was
I'm
frustration in
all
trying
over
to
that.
control.
I'm all over that. Silent Hill 1, A tier, love it. Let's go for
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Silent Hill 3. What was your
Ah,
yeah?
I love Silent Hill 3. I love all these ones. I love all these ones. 4 would be A again. Is what I can go in advance and say that 4 would be A for me, but 3 could be S because I love
Okay.
Heather.
Yeah. Heather's sound. She's so good.
Yeah.
She's so good. Silent Hill 4 The Room. Okay. Because I don't know, can I go A tier for 4 because we were talking about controls. Oof.
Yeah.
Silent Hill 4 The Room. Oh,
Oh.
and for me, story and aesthetic and suspense, like four's up there for me. I think
Yeah.
it gets it's terrifying at times. It's got such a horrible, doomy, gloomy vibe to it that is so oppressive. I love the story as well. I love Walter Sullivan's character, and then you think that he's just some maniac, and it's like, actually, no, he's kind of gone through some stuff as well. But oh god, playing through it as an action game, oh, it's so hard. At
Yeah.
times, it really is a slog. I feel. I don't know if I could put it. I don't know if I could put it to A tier. Three.
You
I
think
mean,
it's not A-able?
ooh, I don't know if it's
Ooh.
Able. Yeah, Able. There we go. That's the word.
Let's be it
Uh,
then. I'll concede. Let's be it.
B.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we're saying ST for Silent Hill 3, did you say? I'm fine with that.
I
I'm totally fine
yeah, I
with
think so.
that.
Yeah.
That's a hot
I
take for a
really
lot of
like it.
people. A lot of people would be like, what, Silent Hill 2 over Silent Hill 3? Sorry, Silent Hill 3 over Silent Hill 2? It's like, yeah.
No, but the controls improved. The controls improved so much. Heather is such an iconic character. The whole like shopping mall vibe was so sick. I love an empty shopping mall in a horror game and like the death of capitalism and the story as it played out from like Harry's perspective. Like one is my favorite. One is my favorite, but because of that and the improvements to the controls in that third game, that's why it's above for me right now
Yeah.
until the remake comes.
Okay. Okay. Well, do you feel comfortable ranking Silent Hill F, or do you want to, what are you thinking here?
Oh,
Because you've not finished
Silent
it.
Hill. I haven't finished it. I would right now. I'd probably put it with the games that we've got. It's an S. It's an S. Story and connotations, monster design, modern day Silent Hill. Absolutely. for controls and not control, sorry, combat really is killing it for me at the moment. I really
Really?
dislike the combat. Yeah, it's
Okay.
too much. No guns. So it's like you're always in close combat and they do absolutely beat the crap out of you.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
I think because of the way it explores femininity, I'd have to put it in an A though, because I really love anything that's like the female experience, and I do think that they've nailed that.
Yeah, yeah, big time. I just finished it last night, and yeah, you are right. And I don't know how close you are to the end, but oh god, towards the end, there's some like some of the battle systems situations that I was in. I was like, oh my god, this is ridiculous. I
Yeah,
feel like it's like a stun lock issue for me with certain
yeah.
enemies and stuff. But it's funny because I actually think the combat systems actually as a combat system I actually think I prefer it to Silent Hill 2, but I don't feel like the enemies stun lock you much in Silent Hill 2 remake. I don't know why. So I'm kind of yeah, but I mean yeah, like oh my god, it's such a stunning, harrowingly beautiful, grotesque game. Oh wow, I love the art style, the music, the monster design, just
Yeah.
certain scenes towards about 2/3 of the way through the game in terms of some of the stuff that you're looking at. I was like, oh my god, I've never seen this in like a video game. Am I watching? Like, I always feel like horror games are still behind horror movies at certain things, and I felt like Silent Hill F has just jumped it's pushed the envelope, shall we say,
Mm.
closer to where we're at with horror movies in that respect. Like some of the stuff in Silent Hill 11, I'm like, my god, this is hard to watch, and I love it. You know, not
Yeah.
like this is hard to watch. Yes, big thumbs up. You know, so more of this, please. You know, so yeah, I was like, oof. So
No, I hear you. I don't like. Can I tell you where I am? Is that
yeah,
okay?
I'm fine with it. Yeah, if you are, yeah.
So warning chat if you are playing it or you
Spoilers.
don't want any spoilers. But yeah, so I'm going to say where I am in Silent Hill F, which is I've just finished the school and the worship hall. So I've literally just like killed my three my three
Oh yeah,
besties.
yeah, your
Worship
besties.
hall. That's where I'm at. So I'm like, see ya, which I've enjoyed.
Okay, there's more to come then. Yeah, for sure.
There's lots more to come. Yeah.
There's yeah, oh yeah, you're gonna be like yeah. I'd love to, I want to have a follow up chat with you about when you get to certain scenes. So yeah, I'm so down with A tier. Right, in terms of Silent Hill, I've stopped there. I've not played the others. I did try to play the fifth one at Homecoming, was it? I think. And my PC did not like it, so I never actually got to play it. So
There was one in between, which was on PSP, which was
oh
Origins, which was basically like a
yes, oh
reimagined.
yes, I have played
Yeah,
Origins. Yes, I played that. I've
yeah.
not played Shattered Memories, but I played Origins.
Yeah, the
Origins.
Prime Memories was like the Game Boy one or something. Oh no, it was on Wii, and then yeah, and then PSP was Origins. Origins is a B.
Yeah, Silent Hill Oranges, as I call it.
Yeah,
So B tier, okay, yeah, yeah. I was going to say
yeah.
B or C, but yeah,
I'd be
I'm
happy with C as well. I don't dislike it. I had a really good time playing it. I thought Travis Grady is a fun character, but like it doesn't stand up as well as the other ones. I think it
yeah,
gets hated on a lot, like changing the studio that produced it and it being
yeah,
more Americanized. Um, Maybe unfairly, but it's the first one where I actually understood what was going on the
yeah.
whole way through without having to think too hard. So
I
good or
enjoyed
bad.
it. I did enjoy Origins. I think it actually did its job perfectly fine, you know.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we're talking into C tier. I've just seen Silent Hill 4, obviously in B tier because I think the story of Silent Hill 4 is obviously really good. Silent Hill Origins story is really not so good. But actually, if you flip the battle systems around, the combat systems around, Origins is actually fine to play. It's actually so much nice. So I think C is actually kind of a nice compromise, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Johnny enjoyed
I did.
slapping the children in Silent Hill F. Shh,
Oh no!
don't
What have
tell
you
Ash
been
that.
doing?
Don't tell Ash that.
Uh,
So he's like, did you slap a child? I didn't slap a child. I slapped all the children. That's what I said last night.
That's fine.
Heather is one of the not the sassiest person in Silent Hill ever. I agree. I agree. 4 remake is going to be a knockout. Ooh, are we going to get that far? Silent Hill 4 remake? Oh hell yeah, I'd love that.
I think so. I would assume so. And then they don't need to remake any of the other ones. I think like now we're getting new games. I think remake up until 4 and then just give us new stuff after that is what I would advocate for.
Okay, okay. Right. Oh my God, we've already been talking for so long, and we've only gone to 2 game series.
I know.
So,
They're
so
big
we
ones though.
so we talk about some Dead Space.
Okay, yeah.
I've not played. By the way, I've only played Dead Space 1 and 2. I've not played a remake of Dead Space or the third one. But
Right, okay.
So have you played OG Dead Space as well?
I watched my dad play the OG Dead Space because I was too scared. That
Oh,
was
my back goes there. Oh, my back's just gone. Oh, oh. Sorry. Continue. Sorry.
But yeah, I watched my dad play it, so
Yeah.
I was too frightened to do it myself. So I watched him. We played it together, and it was terrifying. I Dead Space and Dead Space Remake, because I think Dead Space Remake is the perfect remake of that game and was so enjoyable and kept everything mostly the same besides a few jump scares that it could shift you around. I'd put both of them S tier. I loved them. I really loved Remake as well. We're starting with all the things I really love, but yeah, Dead Space and Dead Space Remake, absolutely S tier for me.
I'll take your word for Dead Space Remake. I've heard only great things about it. I've not played it yet. I will hopefully play it next year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, as for the original, I didn't play Dead Space when it came out. I only played Dead Space about 3-4 years ago, the OG,
Yep.
before they announced the remake, and so it was, oh bloody hell, if I would have known, I would have not played it.
Yeah.
But anyway, and oh my god, I played it in what 2022 maybe, and I was terrified. I'm like, oh my god, this game is so scary. Oh, it
Yeah, it
was.
stands up so well as
It
well. Like
does.
the way they designed it's gorgeous.
Genuinely don't think it needed a remake. I'm not saying it's obviously. I'm really happy it's what it is, but like I don't think it needed it at all because it really did stand out as one of the highlights of my streaming like calendar year. Like I was pooping my pants, and it really scared me, and I loved it. In fact, we're going to be talking about Dead Space 2 in a remake. When I got to Dead Space 2, sorry, Dead Space 2 remake, Dead Space 2, I wasn't that scared of Dead Space 2. Maybe because I'd played the OG not so long before it, but I was quite desensitized by that point. Whereas in the build up and the tension and the horror and the jump scares and oh yeah, Dead Space was just oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so happy it still gave me what I hoped it would have given me if I did play it back in the day. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I genuinely, I think if you feel that way about it, you will really like Remake because it just polishes it up. And I know, like saying that you don't think it needs it, I think that's absolutely valid. And so I see people in the chat saying that you don't think it needed it as well, valid. But I think the people that really enjoyed the first one, it's more for the people that never played it that
yeah,
feel like they missed it.
yeah.
As somebody again that didn't play it but watched my dad play it, being able to play it myself as the remake, because it was fresh again.
Hmm.
I was like so happy that it came out again and had like this new and like got revitalized as something that people talk about and can look back on and do all these think pieces on. So I was glad that it got brought back to the zeitgeist and kind of reintroduces a franchise that then they can remake them and then hopefully we get some new stuff as well because I'd love to see more market
Mm.
business.
Yeah, it's the same. From what I can tell, I think they've given up on the second remake, haven't they? Which is just so sad because like
No, I didn't know
the
that.
I believe it didn't. I don't know if it sold too well or what. I don't know what happened. Is that the second one or the third one? Sorry. Yeah, which is just really sad because everyone's so positive about it, and rightfully so, from what I can
Yeah,
tell. It's incredible. I'm trying to find Dead Space 2 now. If I missed it, where is it?
it's gone.
It's gone. It's going to jump scare me from behind now. So,
Yeah, exactly. Necromorph.
is this the second one or the third one? I can't tell. Hang on, let me
The
zoom
second
in.
one's the one with the man looking
That's the second
backwards. The
one.
third
It
one,
is the
the
second one.
white one.
I was just going crazy.
Yeah.
So okay. Yeah, thoughts on Dead Space 2 then? What do you think of that?
Not one I'm as familiar with. I again, it's another bits and pieces one for me where like I've played the opening but I haven't finished it, and I've seen people play it, and I've done this, but like none of it's like stuck in my brain as much.
Yeah.
But from what I remember of it, this is why I was excited for the remake to come out because I was like, I'm not going to refresh because I could
Yeah.
get to experience it nicely with the remake. But from what I remember of my opinions on it throughout all of these different experiences, I like how it blew the action up into a wider scale and
Yeah.
that it takes you to the it's like the Citadel sort of vibes from Mass
Yeah.
Effect,
Yeah.
where it's like a big like ship and the opening being so crazy and like in your
Yes.
face with all the necros jumping out as you're running through this like indoor city. That they have like the nursery scenes in there.
Yeah.
There's the iconic eyeball
Yeah.
death. Like I think it has a lot of iconic moments. So I still think about it very positively. So I'd probably A it for that reason.
I'm fine with that. Totally fine with that. Yeah, I feel the same way. I felt like I feel like because I think like if you played Dead Space 1 when it came out and then years passed and then you played Dead Space 2 when it came out, I reckon it would have been uh,
Mm.
a, from what I can tell, I mean, everyone says, well, not everyone, a lot of people say this is the best one, apart from Dead Space Remake, question mark. But I didn't feel that way, but that's because I didn't play them. I played them quite close to each other, and I feel like
Yeah.
if I played it as it was intended back in the day, I probably would have felt the exact same way. I was just somewhat desensitized to it. I felt, but you are right. There's some absolutely iconic moments in that game, and like you said, it's so good to see like how people were living, on the spaceships and stuff like that, and like you said, the nursery scenes, and oh my god, yeah, that ice scene. I mean, yeah, I didn't know about that scene until I watched one of your lovely What Culture videos. So,
Yeah.
I didn't
With the
experience it for
eyeball.
myself. So,
God, and then it was
yeah.
in every video we ever wrote ever. Like the eyeball death was just always there. I wrote about that scene so many times.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, so people wanting a Dino Crisis remake, absolutely. Parasite Eve as well. Yo, Snooky, how you doing? Yeah, Snooky knows a thing or two about Dead Space too. I know how you're doing, man. So yeah, it is good for you. Dead Space 3 kind of met. I never did play this, so I can't comment on it. So yeah.
I hold my hands up. I haven't played it either.
No, there we go. We're not playing it, guys.
No.
Oh, maybe that can be a
Sorry.
collab for the future. We can play a two-player Dead Space 3 game.
Yeah.
That'd be something.
Hey, is it co-op?
I believe it is, yeah. I'm starting to think now it isn't, but now I'm pretty sure it's
Okay.
co-op, isn't it? Unless I'm thinking of just
Sick.
one. I'm sure it's co-op. Anyway,
Nice.
okay. Where do we go from here then? Is there any games that are jumping out at you that you want to talk about, or should we go with some of the chat
God.
suggestions?
Yeah, I'll happily have a chat suggestion. Because the thing is, I'm going to jump at something and go, S, because it'll be something I like. So I'm trying to look at things.
Well, we've had Five Nights
that...
at Freddy's and Phasmophobia already talked about. Do you want to mention one of those?
Yeah, so Phasmo, I work with them doing streams, so it's an S.
Yes, it's definitely an S tier game, guys. We're moving on, okay?
No, I genuinely do think that. I really love Phasmophobia. The only reason I drop it down from an S is because I'm not usually a multiplayer person. So, like, I would love a single player Phasmophobia. I would and single player Phasmophobia would be an S for me. I think it's an A tier game though, for sure.
Yeah, I've only played Phasmophobia. I stopped. I didn't play it for the longest time, and then it was always one of those games that my community were like, "Oh, JB, play it." And I was like, "Right, fine. If we do like this charity event or this subathon, or whatever, I can't remember what it was." So I was like, "We'll play it," and then I played it, and I must say, like, I've always seen people play it, and it doesn't never look like my game, and I suppose it still isn't my game, but I must say I had a really good time playing it, much more than I thought it was. It was a lot more fun than I expected it to be, and I actually would consider playing it again, to be fair. So
yeah, and
I'm,
the guys
I'm
that
fine
make
with
it
too.
like love it so much and love horror so much and like really think about all the fun stuff that they add, and it's such a community based game. Like the whole way it works I think is fantastic. Literally I am just a single player princess is the only reason I wouldn't have it in my S tier, like personally, but
Yeah.
as a multiplayer game, brilliant. Same with Dead by Daylight as well. I feel exactly the same way about that. Like I love the way that the behavior make it and how they approach horror, and all these wonderful things and the community they've built and the people that they do it with, and their knowledge base that they demonstrate with every new map. I'm just not a big multiplayer girly, so it would have to hit A
Yeah.
only.
I can throw Dead by Daylight there if you want as well, if you want, because I mean I've not played it. It's same almost copy and paste what I just said. It was never really a game that I felt.
Yeah.
I'm very chalk and cheese when it comes to multiplayer games in this genre. To be honest with you, have I got Dead by Daylight? I do have it on here. I was going to say what's the thing about Dead by Daylight though. Like is I remember it coming out. In fact, I got the game as like I might get it for free as I got an opportunity to get it for free. This is before it became the big blockbuster that it is today. And so I've got the game and I never bought it. And that's because I got an opportunity to get it for free. But now I think obviously now you can't get it for free, no chance, because it's now a huge franchise, isn't it? So yeah, I do need to play it at some point. I keep putting it on my like things like, well, if we hit this, we'll do it. So it will be inevitable that I'll play Dead by Daylight. So
yeah, it is really fun. You'll have a good time, 100%. It's just because it's like grown so big. There's a lot of like bits to learn about it, but the lore of Dead by Daylight, the lore that they tie into it, and like the history. Oh, I'm obsessed. Like I'm a little lore freak. I love reading. So like reading all the stuff that they've written about their monsters and how the world works, and then they've got like the Dark Pictures anthology game that's tied in as well. Oof, delicious.
Ooh, okay. Did you play Five Nights at Freddy's? Because again, this is not a game I have played, but
Yes, I played all the Five Nights at Freddy's.
Okay. Where's the first
So
one? There it is.
They're all the same to me.
Should we just put
Is the
one
thing.
in and then just rank them on that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are all different, but like actually, tell a lie. I think I've played I've played them all in the mini games on Help Wanted because I really like Help Wanted. So I'm misremembering that. But the first one, I think is so unique and such a fun concept. And yes, once you've played it once, it's kind of like a game of skill and challenge more than anything else. But that the way that it changed the landscape and
Hmm.
blew up, and again, lore, the way people talk about it, like I would be so tempted to put it in the S tier because I do think it's a cool, special thing. But I wouldn't put any of the others up there. Not in a
Okay.
nasty way. It's just I just think that that one has. I think that that one has iconic status within horror gaming. I think Five Nights at
Yeah.
Freddy's has reached that level.
Yeah, I mean, it's got a movie and everything. Goodness me, like it's
Yeah,
crazy to think what it's transcended media. That's for sure. Um,
yeah.
okay, okay, I'll take your word for it. I've not played it, so I'll.
You not played it at all?
No, no, never played it. Never played it. Um,
Ooh, it's a little
I
treat
don't
for
know
you to
why. I
do
just
that.
never did.
Oh
Um,
man, the jump scares in it are so good. The thing is, right, I played it on my mobile first, which is funny.
oh my god,
And I
what?
did not understand. I know it was available on like Google Play, so I was
Ah,
like, treat myself.
sorry.
Horrible because it's like they're coming out the phone at you because
Oh
you're like holding it
yeah,
here,
didn't think
see
about
what's
that.
going on.
Yeah.
Oh, but my favorite experience in the whole Five Nights at Freddy's franchise is Help Wanted, the first VR game. I think that's so good. I loved
Oh,
it so
oh
much.
yeah, I can see that. I can see that being terrifying. Um,
Yeah,
Goodness me, I didn't. I've only the only horror game I played on VR was Resident Evil 7,
yeah.
which it gave me motion sickness, and it started to I can't play it. I started to realize that I can't play VR. I was like, oh god. But yeah, I heard when 7 came out on VR, people were just. I saw memes of people playing VR on the toilet. You know. So
Yeah.
yeah,
My God.
there's only one way to play Resident Evil 7 VR. Goodness me.
Yeah.
We got a lot of suggestions in chat for things to talk about. So we had where's my chat at the moment? I saw was it Eternal Darkness mentioned by Snooky. Is that on this list? That's quite an interesting game to talk about. Did you ever play Eternal? I've not played it, but it's on. Oh yes, it's here. It's on my list. I've heard so many good things about it. Did you play Eternal
I
Darkness?
played it on this. No,
It's on the
I don't.
GameCube? Question mark. Never did get a remaster, which is so sad. So okay, we can't talk about that then. But definitely worth a shout out for that because I've heard so many good things about it. What else we
Yeah.
got? Dead Island. I only played the first Dead Island, but what's your relationship with the Dead Island games?
Dead Island had the new one that came out, the second one that came out in the past couple of years as well, didn't it? That people have been waiting years for.
Dead Island. Was that? Yeah, was it second or third one? I can't remember.
I think it was two. There's
Two.
one that
Yeah,
had
no, you
that.
are right. Yeah, two. There's been some like DLCs, I think, hasn't it? But no, there's Dead Island 1 and 2 otherwise. Yeah, I never played the second one, so
Other way around. I've played the
yeah,
second one and not the first one. So like they were fine for
yeah,
me. Like I think that they're good games, but they're just not my style. So like,
yeah,
if I put it in a C, it's not because it's bad. It's just because it's to me, it's an average experience for me.
yeah,
So yeah, I'd probably see both of those just because
yeah.
like
I'm happy with that.
they're fine.
Yeah, I enjoyed it for the first game. I can't comment for the second, but I really enjoyed the first one. When it came, and for me, it was. I'm sure you recall as well. The trailer for Dead Island
Mm,
1 was
yeah,
cinematic, and
the
for me that was
marketing.
anyone who hadn't seen it again. I know we've got probably different people, different ages here, but like because it's a bit again my granddad back again. But that trailer was just like, oh my god, they would never made trailers like that in video gaming history before. So yeah. It was so good. And then I was like, "Oh, this game's going to be the best game ever," and it was like, "Ah, it's all right." Okay, so what else we got here? Fatal Frame. Did you play the Fatal Frame Project Zero games? I have.
I have them behind me.
Yeah. Oh my god.
They're on my
I've
list of games to play.
I only saw my ex-wife play like the second one back in the day. I think, but I've not seen. I can't really remember much of. Like literally remember certain like screenshots in my head, and I can't really comment about it. But do you want to give it a shot?
they're on my old school list of games on like Silent Hill, Resident Evil. I've got the Project 1 and 2 back there. So I don't think I have an informed decision to be able to rank them properly. Is my truth.
Yeah,
I played Maiden of Blackwater and I enjoyed that, but I know that was the Wii game. It was like the fourth game and it was on Wii.
that's fair.
So that I don't think I can rank it properly. Is the truth.
Yeah.
I've played bits of it, but not enough. It's so iconic though. The whole like taking pictures of ghosts and people being absolutely scared crapless by it. Like, yeah, I think it's really cool, but I don't think
That's
I can
fair.
rank it.
That's completely fair. Got some indie horrors from Mrs. Spaulding then. Visage. I know we talked about that, didn't we? So,
Yeah.
okay, okay. Yeah, now we're talking. So, Visage.
You played Visage?
I have played Visage, yeah.
Okay.
And I didn't play it. I didn't. I played it on my old PC and it was janking my PC up. So I only played a little bit of it, but then I watched like a full playthrough of it on like YouTube and stuff. So I'm very knowledgeable on the game, and of course, it was basically the first proper like PT clone. Let's be honest,
Yeah.
and arguably did stuff that really no other psychological indie horror really has done. I'd say, like, shall I say, that people, lots of other indie horrors have tried to do what Visage did incredibly well.
Yeah.
For me, though, it's just how some of the gameplay was clunky and janky, and some of the puzzles that you were expected to know how to solve were just like what, But the
Yeah.
story was incredible. I loved it.
Yeah.
So, what did you
It
think?
was very, very nails. Like, I do think it's a hard puzzle game, but that it is a puzzle game at its heart. Again, loved that about it. I thought it was scary. I thought it was good. It was my first like not first, but it was my favorite PT cone experience. Yeah, so I do think I am very aware of my relationship with Visage
Sorry.
is
Yeah, yeah,
no, whichever one it is.
yeah.
I've always said Visage, but it's only recently that I realised you're supposed to say Visage.
I thought
So,
it was
but
Visage.
Visage, yeah, it's because of Michelle Visage from Drag Race. I always think it's Visage, but apparently it's Visage. Um, anyway, I am very aware that my relationship with Visage is kind of like I have a soft spot for it. So
Hmm.
realistically, it's probably a B,
Yeah.
but I would probably argue it as an A, but I'd be happy with it as a B.
I'm happy with a B. Um,
Yeah,
I yeah, I have a really, yeah, again, chalk and cheese relationship with this game. I think it's both really good and really missed opportunity almost. And it's a shame because
yeah,
again they haven't made another game since. I was intrigued. I looked about
yeah,
this the other day. I was like, have they released another game? Nope, nothing. It's like, oh, okay. So
yeah.
yeah, that's a
I
shame.
yeah. I think I would push for A more if the chapter with the guy in hospital was a little bit better. I thought that the little girl's chapter and the old woman's chapter, like Dolores and I can't remember the girl's name, both of those were amazing.
Yeah,
But the middle chapter, I just was like, oh, this is fine.
yeah.
And then I also did glitch outside of the house at one point and was stuck on the street and couldn't get back inside, so I just had to wait until I
Oh God.
died. So the bugs were quite buggy.
Yeah. Oh,
I was like, I'm not in the house anymore.
oh my God. Okay, we've got another suggestion from chat, which is the Outlast games. So I'm down to talk about Outlast.
Yeah.
If you are as well. Yeah. So we got Outlast 1, we got Outlast 2, we got Outlast Trials. So because there's no Outlast whistle, no, there's not. There's no Outlast whistleblower. I think it's funny fair to say if you've played that as well, we got to keep it as part of the Outlast 1 bundle.
DLC.
Yeah. And did you play Outlast Trials? I've not played that. I've seen a lot of footage of it. It looks really good, but I've not actually played the Outlast Trials. So
Again, like it's one that I've seen a lot of, but because it's multiplayer, I
yeah,
just don't vibe.
fair.
I
Yeah.
just I loved the concept of it, and the bits that I did play, I was like, God, I wish this was an Outlast game because I would be playing the hell out of it. But yeah, I don't vibe with it as a multiplayer game, but it is very, very good. It is very good.
Okay, let's rank just the first two games then. So Outlast plus Outlast Whistleblower. Where are we going with that one? This is going high
I'm
for me,
so
just so you know.
Yeah, I actually this could I would if you want to put it in S, I'd be happy with S, but I'd probably put it in A.
You know what? No, may I put this in this? Can I?
You may,
Yeah,
because I do think it's very good, and I do
yeah.
think it's another iconic horror game. Like it's earned its status as being quite iconic at this point.
But what you said about Outlast, sorry, what you said about Five Nights at Freddy's is almost my relationship with Outlast. Like for me,
Yeah,
I could be both. Like I don't think indie horror would be where it is today if it was for those two games, really. And of course, you got the Amnesia. I think that's like the indie horror trinity, should we call it, from the
yeah,
2010s. And without those three games, we would not be talking. We would be having this conversation right now. Let's be honest, you know.
yeah,
Oh my god, Outlast when it came out, there was nothing like it. You know, it was
yeah.
so terrifying. It was
Yeah,
so
it is
scary.
really good. It is really good, to be fair.
Oh.
I don't know what I'm talking about with the A, to be fair. The literally we start talking about it, I'm like, S, S, S. Like, I think it's just because, I tell you what, I think it's because I've heard about it so much being a horror creator and I've mentioned it so much that, and it's one of those ones that I've probably started disregarding because it's like come up as much,
Mhm.
which usually I don't. Usually I'm like, oh yeah, it's come up so much for a reason. So I'm sorry to be unfair to Outlast. I'll appreciate you more in the future.
I remember like going into the asylum for the first time. It took me about 20 minutes
Yeah. Yeah.
because I was terrified just to get into
Yeah.
the building. Because again, there was
Yeah.
nothing like it back when it came out. And then of course you got the hanging body and all, oh yeah, and then you get thrown out the window. Like that beginning is like, oh. I do
Mhm.
feel like as a game there is certain parts where it overstays its welcome somewhat, and its final chapter is a bit. But then you got Whistleblower, because that's what I'm saying. If it was Outlast on its own, I would make a fair argument, say maybe A tier. But when you got Whistleblower on top of it, it bumps it back up for me to S tier because Whistleblower is arguably the scariest Outlast segment of them all. It's horrible.
And there's loads of dick fear, which we love.
Yes, lots of dick fears. So,
Ah!
darling.
Woo! I love a horror with dick terror.
Oh
They're my
god, yeah,
favourite.
yeah. I was wincing once or twice. So, but yeah, a lot of contention about Outlast 2. Then, so what's your thoughts of this one?
The gang have played it on PlayStation Access. This is one that, truthfully, I haven't played, and I should have played it
Okay,
by
right.
now. And maybe I feel like it's one of those ones that I've written about and had to like read up on, but I haven't actually played it through myself. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
No
No,
judgment. But
no,
yeah,
fair.
I haven't done a full playthrough myself, so I know my preference is the first one for sure. Like I wasn't drawn to playing the second one because of all the stuff that I'd engaged with about it. I was like, ah.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'd like to hear
thematically,
your
yeah,
take.
lots of interesting themes, isn't it? That's where a lot of people kind of draw a lot of the criticism, so to speak, isn't it? Is
Mm,
because it was really pushing the envelope and maybe almost edgy. Some people felt like, but I really
yeah.
enjoyed it. I don't. Is it the level of Outlast One and Whistleblower? No, but I thought it was a really solid experience. I really did enjoy it. I felt like it did push the envelope, and it was
Yeah.
talking about certain themes. And some people felt like those themes were, too much. But I felt like it dealt with those themes very, very. It's provoking. It's thought provoking. Again, when we think about,
Yeah.
again, it's interesting to talk to you about this, Ash, as someone that's obviously so familiar with the horror genre. Like horror pushes the envelope. It really does, and it talks about
Mm.
things that people are uncomfortable to talk about, and people really,
Yeah.
and people in horror films tend to be more accepting of that. I feel like, but in horror games, people are like, "No, that's too much." It's like, really?
Yeah.
Have you what? The Exorcist? Hello, what did that poor girl do? So Outlast had some really difficult themes and dealt with them in a way that you'd expect a envelope pushing franchise to do so. But as a game, I do think it is a step back in terms of it's not as
Yeah.
fun to play, and maybe it's not quite as scary, but more controversial. So
Mm.
I'm happy for A or B tier on this.
Yeah, no, I really love that, and I think it's a really indicative of like again being put into the active role when you're playing games and horror games, and that's where people derive much more fear from because they feel like they're actually having to go through it and trigger these things. And when you look at disgusting stuff and make it really nasty as well, it really amps up people's like chastity filter where they're like, no, awful, I don't want to talk about it or like look at it. Whereas in a film, you'd be like, oh, artistic license to explore these taboo subjects. When it's a game, they're like, "Oh, you're making making me do it. I don't like it. So
Yeah, that's a fair
yeah, I get
point.
that.
Yeah.
But like, but with that's an interesting way of looking at Outlast 2, which it does really push lots of people's buttons and boundaries. As somebody who doesn't have the full context of it, like I don't want to be saying anything that I'd be like, oh hell, I disagree with that. But yeah, from my take on it, and that I haven't been drawn to play it as much as the first one because of it being like a lot more about religious trauma.
Yes, it is. Yeah, yeah.
I'd probably be it personally.
Yep, we shall be it. Okie dokie. Um, thank you for all your suggestions in chat, guys. I want us to take a bit of a small detour, if I may, and talk about some of your favourite horrors, Ash, because we have got a little segment here for you, haven't we? So,
Oh
um,
yeah, I was like, Joey, put this in, put this in, put this
we got to put them
in.
in. We got to put them in. So, do you want? I haven't got the full list to my hand, but I know one of them is Saturnalia. Did you say it was? Um,
Yeah,
let's
I
talk
just like
about that.
Saturnalia. I like talking about Saturnalia. I've only played it through, like when I originally played it, I played it a few times, but like I haven't gone back to it, but I think about it fondly all the time because it's just so cool. Like uh Saturnalia is like this little beautiful painted kind of drawn world that's all scribbly, and as you go through and light it up you kind of discover this town, and there's a demon roaming it, and if you get found by the demon or if you die within the game, then when you come back to life, if it happens too many times, the whole town has been rearranged and all the city is in a different place, so you have to go through it again and figure out your way through to be able to solve the story that you're doing. So it's really disorienting and really strange and just super unique and deserves so much more love than it got. That's an A game for me,
Yeah.
100%. Like I think it's solidly an A. Like if I
Nice.
if I reserve S for games that I'm like absolutely obsessed with and can't fault, that would be it. And then Saturnalia, I do really like, and I think it's an incredible indie game, so I'd A list it.
There we go. Good pick, says Mr. Talon. I've not played this yet, so it's on my wish list because of Ash. So,
Yeah, it's
look
just
forward to
pretty.
playing
Like the
that at
colors
some
are so
point.
nice as well.
We want to talk about Amanda the Adventurer, and I can talk about this a bit because I have seen a playthrough of this. So,
Yay!
not played the not looked at the sequels. There's a third one, isn't there? But yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
It was out
So,
on consoles like now, I think.
oh, okay. Oh,
Like
wow.
maybe today.
Oh, really? What, like now? Now? Oh my
Yeah.
goodness me! I didn't realize.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was like
Um,
it's been on PC for a while. I think it's
yeah.
out. I think it's either today or tomorrow that Amanda the Adventurer 2 is out. So
But yeah, first one,
timely.
can talk about this. I love this game. I think. I mean, I just love Dread
It's so
XP to
good.
be honest with you. Dread XP games are just like oh, and Critical Reflex games recently have been taking it to another level as well. But yeah, Amanda the Adventurer. Love this game. Love the concept. Love the
Hmm.
the video VH tapes in your attic type of scenario. And then again, I
Yeah.
feel like when it comes to like using children TV shows in a horror game, it's such a great idea. Of course, it's not the first
Yeah.
game to do it, but I feel like it does it possibly better than any indie horror out there. It's so
Mm.
because we've all been there. We've all been there, and no matter what age we are, about childhood TV shows being a bit creepy,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
does that concept perfectly. So yeah, I
Yeah,
really like this.
it's fully. Have you do you read creepypastas at all, or have you read like horror fiction, like internet horror fiction?
Bits, yeah, bits, not a lot.
So, do you know Candle Cove? That was a popular one back in the day. So, Candle
No.
Cove, I think it's been adapted into Channel Zero. Channel Zero covered a few creepypasta stories that they then blew out into TV series. So it's been like adapted. It was one of the like ones that got focused on for that, which drew a bit more attention to it. But Candle Cove is this story about like this basically it's like fake forum that's been set up where a bunch of people are coming together to talk about Candle Cove, which is a TV show they used to watch when they were children. And it has like a bunch of recurring characters, and it's just like this really strange, disconcerting program where it doesn't make sense and it's kind of like horrifying, but in like a stomach churning kind of way, like not really put your
Okay.
finger on it until it gets really weird and it's like people like screaming and things like that. It's very much in the bend round the lost episodes of SpongeBob sort of creepypasta
Right.
category.
Okay. Yeah.
And Amanda the Adventurer really, really is like it's like a modern like I say modern as if Candle Code isn't modern, which it is, but like it's like a video game version of Candle Cove for me, where it feels like those lost tapes that you find that don't quite make sense, but only you can understand what's going on with them, and they're interacting with you in a weird way. And the thing
Yeah.
with Candle Cove was, well, they asked their parents about it, and they're like, "Oh, you just used to watch static screens. There was nothing on the screen." That was like the big
Oh,
thing at the end of it.
gotcha.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So Mind of the Adventurer, was like that energy of it, it really felt like reading Candle Cove to me. So I really liked that.
Candle Cove, Channel Zero did it. You're gonna get the demo now. Do it. Do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So where are we ranking this then? With Amanda
Ooh,
Adventurer.
I actually played this on my Patreon, which I don't use in the same way now. It's basically just like a support platform rather than one that I put content on. And I remember playing it on Patreon, thinking, man, I need to play this again and talk to everyone about it because I enjoyed it that much. So I probably it's really weird because it's not one like I think anything I put in the S tier I want to be like obsessed with, would buy all the merch for, like be like yeah. But I like and I like Amanda the Adventurer. Am I obsessed with it? Probably not in the same way, but I do think it's as good as the other stuff up there. So I probably would say yes to you.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I do. I need to play the others. To be honest with you, I really enjoyed this game. It was,
Yeah,
yeah. Again, I just feel like it did it better than anything around it. To be honest with you, so yeah.
yeah, deserves way more attention as well.
The last game I think we spoke about before we went live was Mundawn. Is that right?
Yeah,
I don't know
Mundorn.
anything about this game, but it looks amazing.
It's completely hand drawn, so every texture in the game has been drawn and then they've like rendered it in the game. So everything's kind of wiggly and movie, same as Saturnalia, but like to an extreme degree. So all it's like walking through a pencil drawing. And I think it's Switzerland. It's basically all spoken in this language that only 5% of people in the country even speak. Like it's basically becoming a dead language. Like it's nearly not really something that people use anymore. So it's a very like as a Welshman, like I feel like you will love this because it's
Oh
like a
yeah,
unique language. You know what I
yes,
mean? Like I feel that way when I hear like people speaking like Welsh and Gaelic and all these sort of things. It's like that, but for like the country that it's from. I think
yeah.
it's Switzerland. Forgive me if it's wrong. Um, so it's very much like ingrained in that culture as well. So it's like a little cultural snapshot of this like alpine place or mountainous place, all hand drawn. And then it's kind of like these weird like dream worlds that you go into where this creature's coming after you, and there's like talking goats heads, and there's this little weird sledding scene in the middle that you can have like you can get a trophy for doing the nice bit, and then it all turns really dark and sour. And the vibe of it, again, it's another one that I just really loved the vibes of. And it surprises me that it didn't really blow up. And there's something like mouthwashing blew up because of the vibe of it and the way that it approached like
Yes.
tone. And Mundorn was really that, and has some a one eclectic jump scare that I have since referenced
Oh,
quite a few times. But
okay.
it isn't really a jump scare game, but it just has one that
Right.
really gets you because it has one. So I would S tier that. I love Mundorn. I think it's really good.
I love that. Love that. Just some games just overdo it, don't they? But like that's so
Yeah.
important. Like if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it well. And yeah, if it's
Mm.
just chosen this moment well, then that's the best type of jump scare, if you ask me. So
Yeah.
let's go. Okay. Let's talk about some of the indie horrors then. If you've played these then. So you mentioned mouth washing. I mean, I
Yeah.
hope that's on this list. It better heckin' had be.
I mean that's an S. That
Where
is an
it?
S.
Please tell me it's not. I don't think it's on here. No.
This was the April 2005, was it? I think it was
Exactly.
before
There's no
April.
excuse. How dare you?
Yeah.
That's not on here. But okay, we'll just write it in, guys. Mouthwashing S tier. I
Yeah.
agree. It was indie horror for me last year. Indie horror of the year. I
Yeah.
loved mouthwashing. I'm glad you mentioned it because it is like,
Yeah.
oh, I want that to be a movie. Like genuinely, I
Mm.
think it's got
Oh,
everything that it needs in a horror game and in a movie as well. Like it is it's so good. I don't want to spoil it for anyone that hasn't seen or watched it. It's for me like a must play indie horror. It's so good.
mm.
So I'm glad you mentioned that one. Um,
Yeah.
we didn't talk apologies. We didn't talk about Madison. Did you want to talk about that?
Oh, I love Madison. That's another S one for me, but just because I think it absolutely captures PT walking simulator. I love walking simulators. I love them. I don't think everything needs to be related back to PT, but this one it does have PT
Yeah,
vibes.
yeah, definitely.
But like it is. it is just a really good walking simulator. The voice actor is like so sincere to the point where it's almost farcical. Like in Resident Evil, you know, where the voice acting is like a little bit like they're a little bit dead with it, so it's funny because of the stuff they're saying. It's like the other way around with this, where he takes it so far that like it's almost funny, but it's still terrifying. The voice, I just love the voice actor because he's like, "Oh my god!" every time something happens. Ah! It's so good. I'm like, Luca, no. It's a bit camp. It's a bit camp. The voice acting. Um, but
Yeah.
yeah, really scary, really scary. It's one of my favorite games to, when I was at Access, it was one of my favorite games to bring up. I think I did a full playthrough for it for the platinum. I've made people play the Blue Knees section multiple times. I love it. I think it's so funny.
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioning it as PT clone because it really is because like it was announced at a similar time to like the Visages and the Laser Fears and stuff like that, and they went no, we're going to release it when it's ready. We're not going to release it undercooked. It was released like
Yeah.
arguably after the boom of the post PT clone era
Mm,
kind of came out, so they released it.
yeah.
Like if that game came out like in I don't know 2019 or 2020 maybe I don't know when it came out 22 23 or maybe 2018 should we say like I think it would have been classed as like one of the it probably would be in the ranks of like Outlast and Five Nights at Freddy's I think
Yeah.
but because it came out like a few years after I felt like so many games had kind of come and gone and did it that it probably lacked that for me in terms of it being that oh wow what's this I felt like I'd seen it a few times before but
Mm,
where it's due where it's due it's a solid game doesn't really lack any jank it really
yeah.
is it's well crafted it's a very well
Mm,
crafted game and you have sold it to me in terms of like I was thinking more A tier than S tier but I'm happy to go S tier with this now because of the fact that in terms of like the end part, the blue knee section for me holds
mm,
it. I
yeah.
feel like a lot of horror games really struggle with the final act, but
Mm,
Madison found a way around that by doing the whole blue knee section at the end, and it was so well done because it was creepy. It was a very memorable song. I still quote
yeah.
the song in my head.
Yeah.
I'm still singing it in my head.
Oh!
Yeah, and it's when you don't know when she's coming at you, you just don't know when she's going to do it.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a really well crafted game, solid, really good. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
that's tier.
What, I've seen this one come up a couple of times. What do you think about Soma?
I've not played Soma. I was gonna play
End!
Soma.
End stream!
No, please. I was going to play it last month, but then Soma. How dare these horror games come out, right? We had Silent Hill
Yeah.
F last month. No, I'm Not a Human last month, and Kronos.
Yeah.
And I was like, I haven't got time to play Soma because it's 10 years old. It came out, its 10-year anniversary, so I was going to play it on its 10th anniversary, and I just didn't get around
Yeah.
to it. I'm hoping to play it maybe Christmas time. Like it's on my
Mm,
list. But please
yeah.
tell me about Soma because I without spoilers, I'd love to know your thoughts on it.
Uh, Probably the game that has truly frightened me the most ever.
Yeah, I've
So
heard about
that's
this.
yeah. So I've played a lot. I've played a lot of horror games. Spoke about a lot of horror games. I usually enjoy myself, and I'm like, haha, that's sick. That's really cool. Or that's really nasty. I love the gore in this. Or oh, that was really well designed. Whereas this, I was like, fuck, make it stop. Like that's it.
Okay.
Because it really really got to me. So I would have to S tier Soma.
Yeah.
Like it's such a beautiful game. Like cerebrally as well, the philosophy of it is so interesting, how it thinks about humanity and consciousness, and is very very interesting in the new era of AI as well. But yeah, it really did gut churn me.
Okay. Yeah. I can't wait to like I say can't wait to play it.
Yeah.
Talum said no one enjoys it, but it's
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, yeah.
Hey, gamer mum, Ash. Remember Ash playing Madison?
Yay! Oh my god,
uh,
yeah. I was gonna say, like, I did the platinum playthrough. I made Rob do Blue Knees, and I think I made Dave do the VR section in there as well. So it's literally like as many times as I've been able to get Madison on the channel, it has been on there.
so with some other games here on the list, so Mrs. Spalding mentioned Mortuary System before. That for me is again, I don't know what your thoughts are, but for me that's an S tier horror game. It's
Right.
I love
Okay.
this game. You're gonna You're
Oh,
gonna burst my
oh,
bubble now.
I'd put you know what? I think Watch Resistance is really scary. I love it. I love the concept. But for me, it would be a B. Just because it's a little bit janky in some of the ways that things happen, and I had to really fight against it to get some of the endings that I wanted. I think I just overplayed
Right,
it. I think I overplayed it, so I don't think it's the game's fault. I think it was my fault for having to play it so much for different reasons. And I put it on again. It was another one that I used in a Halloween stream, so I had to really prep a lot with it. So
right, yeah.
I would be, if you want to put it in S, it's our
Well,
list.
I
You
think
can have it in S, but
we can put it in
A
A,
would,
can't we? Yeah.
yeah, A would be the
that's
middle
the
bit.
that's the compromise, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I can, that's fair. Maybe I've got blinkers on in that respect because I just love
It's
the
good. It's good.
yeah
It is good.
getting certain endings. Always kind of felt like it was. Yeah, you've got. I did what you asked me. Why are you giving me this ending? Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
bit
yeah,
janky in that respect. But for me, like, I don't think that, still to this day, don't think there's really been any horror game, not even mind AAA or indie, that has been able to RNG jump scares the way it does. Like,
yeah,
there's like, I don't even know how many, 80, 90, 100 different jump scares in
yeah,
that game, and they can all happen within a snap second. And like, I've
yeah, yeah,
never seen a game do that. Like, you play through a horror game or you watch a horror movie, same thing, isn't it? You know what's coming if you played it before or watched it before.
mm,
Mortuary Assistant keeps the whole thing fresh because you just don't know where those monsters are going to come from and when. And
yeah,
then that
yeah.
for me,
But
I just feel like it's so ahead of its time.
I so agree. But I went through a playthrough where every scare, like a good 80% of the scares, was just the clipboard saying "slit your wrists."
Oh no,
Literally, I was trying to do something. I'd be like, "Stop writing this! Like, I've got
I
other stuff to
get the
do." Like,
point.
yeah, I was like, "Can you just like jump scare me, please?" Like, I'm so tired of seeing this.
Oh, I feel like the game was bugged against you. That's so sad.
I was like, "This feels personal now.
No,
Can
yeah,
we stop?"
enough
Like,
now. Okay. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Yeah, that makes a perfect sense why you would go for B tier on
yeah,
that then. Oh man.
yeah, I've got a
Someone
vendetta
mentioned
against it.
the cat lady. I love the cat lady. If you, I don't know if it's on this list here, but did you ever play the cat lady?
No one that
Um,
I know of, and I've been meaning to play because it's a miserable game about a woman who loves
yes.
cats, and I was like, that's exactly my like. I'm the audience
Sorry.
for that. Like, that's me.
Oh, come on. Big hug from me. But yeah, you know, right.
Yeah.
It's oh yeah, I loved it. I love the cat lady.
Yeah.
I mean, it's traumatic. Some of the stuff that
Mm,
that game talks about and the themes and how it does
mm,
it as well. I need to play more by that developer actually because they've done quite a few
yeah.
really good games. I've heard. Well, I don't know if they're all really good. I've heard that some people. They're one of those eclectic developers that some people say this one's the best, no, that one's the best, no, that one's the best, but then
Mm,
everyone's got a favorite opinion on that one. But it seems like the
mm,
cat lady's one that most people would agree is seemingly is the best. But then what
yeah.
after that? You'll have to find out for yourself, I suppose. But yeah, I
Yeah.
do need to play more.
Yeah. It's one of those ones that like cheekily I have written about it, but yeah, I need to do a full playthrough of it actually because is it? Did they make detention as well? Because I feel like it's the same sort of art style.
I think so. Yeah, I think they did make. I'll have to check now myself. But yeah, I think they
Yeah.
did. Oh man, I can't.
I will Google it.
It's annoying me. I can't remember what the other games that they made.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
the
gonna
name
go
of the
Google it.
developer right now. I'm so sorry. That's not good. Yeah, Beyond the Cat Lady is not on this list. What else do we have mentioned? Darkwood. I've not played Darkwood, but
Oh, Harvester Games is who it
Harvester
is, and
Games.
they did
Yes.
they did Lorelei and what was the other one that I just saw that was really popular? Well, I lost it. I pressed a button and it's gone. Lorelei, Burnhouse Lane, and
Yes, the one.
Downfall are the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, she didn't do Dissension then.
not Detention them.
Okay. Did you play Darkwood?
No, I've been
No.
recommended it at least 10 times. People, every time I play a game that's even slightly similar to it, people are like, Ash, you'd love Darkwood. And I think it's like become a point of contention now where I'm like, everybody says I'm going to love this, so I will not play it. Like, when someone like recommends you things so many times, you're like,
Yes,
well, that's great.
that's
I'm not
true.
going to play it. But I will get around to it. But yeah, I've just never picked it up despite, I think I even own it. I think I own it and I've just not played it, even though I've had multiple people be like, this is exactly your sort of sting. So I should S
Yeah.
tier it without even playing it. That's probably what
There we
what
go then.
what they want.
I don't. I was someone Purchase. You mentioned that Dead of Night earlier. I missed that. Sorry, but it's not on the list here. Which is again. Did you ever play a Dead of Night? Oh, what a
No,
game!
I haven't heard of that one.
No, you heard of a Dead of Night? Oh my god!
No.
Oh, Ash, please, pretty please,
Oh,
please play a
okay.
Dead of Night. A Dead of Night is it's live action. They say it's live action. It's not. It's well, it is. It's got real life actors in it, but it's basically it's you. You're stuck. You and your friends go into a hotel. It's all set in UK,
Mhm.
and basically the hotelier is really creepy and kidnaps you, and he has an alter ego, and he chases after you with a baseball bat. But
Okay.
you have to basically go through the whole hotel and hide. That's the whole mechanism of it, is that you have to hide and find clues and find out the story about why this hotelier is so crazy, and he's got childhood
Okay.
trauma and all this stuff. I won't mention too much, obviously, but like this the style of the game, because you have to go down these long, like Shining-esque hotel corridors, go left and right, and literally you go down one wrong turn and then you'll be hit with a baseball bat in the face, and it's a
Yeah.
massive jump scare every time because you just don't know when it's going to happen. And you got to lock behind hotel doors, and you got to try. But he's got keys to all the doors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you got to try to put latches on and hide in showers or hide in cupboards and stuff like that. And it's just they are making a sequel to it, but it was a very unique horror game because of just the artistic style of it. Because you had to kind of click through like a full motion video, basically. It was very
Yeah.
90s esque in that respect, but it wasn't because it's obviously all modern with real life actors. So oh yeah,
Ooh. I
definitely
love
check
an
out A Dead of Night.
FMV like real life thing. I'm gonna write that down. Dead of Night, because that does actually sound sick. That sounds really cool. I like how excited you are about it as well.
Oh yeah, for me it's
Um,
S tier.
yeah.
Oh,
Stick
multiple
it in. Stick
pleases
it
there. Gamer Mum says multiple pleases. I think he wants you to
in.
play it. Pretty please. You're not wrong. What else have we got? Prey. I've not played Prey, so I can't comment on that personally.
Prey
Uh,
is a C for me because I've started to play it multiple times and not finished it, so I'd have to see it. But I know people who would absolutely break my neck over saying that, so maybe I need to try one more time, and that'll be the time.
I
It's like
don't
it's like
think it's on
Bioshock,
this list.
like Bioshock, and it's very Bioshock Prey. So I don't know what the problem is, but
It's not on the list for some reason. Weird. Okay. It's weird how certain games are not on this list, isn't there? What else we
yeah.
got? That's been mentioned. Deadly Premonition. I've not played that. Or Fear. Uh,
Oh, here's probably one, right? Here's probably one of the ones that I actually would put in a negative category.
oh.
The only one that we nothing of not we haven't even gone past average. C is our point at the moment, but
Wow.
I
Are we
do
going
not
F
think.
there? Or D?
No, like a D.
D. Okay.
Yeah, but like I just remember picking it up and trying to play it, and I was like really trying to enjoy it, and I like the concept, I like the idea, but like playing a first person shooter where I'm an army man, I don't know, it just really didn't hit. It really didn't hit for me.
Hmm. Yeah, I can't comment. I've not played it. I never played Fear when it came out.
Mhm. It feels like the most
Control.
PlayStation 3 game ever.
Yeah. Someone mentioned Control, but it's not on the list. And is it a horror?
S,
Yes or no?
S,
Um,
S,
S
S,
S.
S.
Yeah. I,
Yeah.
I've not. Well, we can talk. I mean, I say, can we talk about Alan Wake? I can't talk about Alan Wake because I've not played. We've only got. Oh, we have got two here. Do you want to rank the Alan Wake games? I can't yet because I've not played them. I need to play them.
Alan Wake 1, the original, and remastered, I'd put them together. A. Alan Wake 2, S, absolutely. American Nightmares DLC, so I like in the remastered one, so I wouldn't put it separately. Yeah, but that's how I put it. Alan Wake and A, because it is really good, but it's very much like the concept is quite, I'm a man and I gotta find my wife. Like it's the classic
Yeah.
survival horror stuff. I gotta find my wife and everything. I'm so dark and moody and I love that about it. It really, really nails that whole vibe and a very like heavily Americana sort of thing. Alan Wake 2 just perfected it and then added in like the proper Finnish humor as well.
Yeah.
um it's like Little Finland area. It felt like the true culmination of all of Remedy's work on Alan Wake and Control. Control is S. They
Mhm.
did Alan Wake, and then we're like, okay, I guess we just make bangers now. Then did Control, did Alan Wake 2, like, okay, I'm in, let's go. So yeah, I think Alan Wake was the breeding ground, and then 2 and Control would be S. If I could put them like if S had like categories, they'd be like top because I really like them, and they're
Yeah.
very much like Control is just such a piece of me. I love it so much.
Oh, I need to play. I really can't wait to get into my Alan Wake era on the channel soon. So,
Yeah, yeah.
what else did someone say? Sorry. Layers of Fear. I've played the first one. I can't play the second. Have you played Layers of Fear?
Yeah, Layers of Fear 1 and 2. And then they had the most recent one with the kid running into the wall. I remember that being memed a lot.
I heard bad things about it. Is it a remake or a
Yeah.
reimagine? I don't know what they did with that. It was weird, didn't they? Or
It's like a rehousing of everything. It like
yeah,
has all the games in it.
a rehousing. I
But
love
like
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
it situates them all in a different thing. Um I'd put
But
Layers of Fear and Layers of Fear 2, I'd put them both at a B. I think they're really good. They're very iconic, they're very seminal, but like I don't feel as nostalgic and precious about them as I know
mhm.
other people do. So I'd probably put them at a B.
I'm fine with that. I think Layers of Fear. I only played the first one back when it came out. It was alongside Visage the first PT clones that really, well, I think possibly even properly came out, to be honest with you. So or at a certain level at least anyway, and I feel like it did the concept very very well. It was very interesting when PT came out. Lots of indie developers were like, "Oh, we're going to pinch out different parts and then focus on that." Like Visage did all the really horrible, creepy ass stuff perfectly, whereas Layers of Fear kind of went down the hallway simulator type of road, didn't they?
Yeah.
And Blue Team became the hallway simulator kings really
Yeah.
after that.
Yeah.
So but I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I loved the story for Layers of Fear, like about
Mm.
the crazy artist, and seeing his downfall, and I think it's terribly underrated in that respect. But I didn't
You
play the
know
second
what?
one.
We got to bump Layers of Fear up to an A. We have
Oh,
to.
okay.
Layers of Fear 2 can stay in the B. But yeah, you are right. You are right.
Okay.
You are
Okay.
right. It deserves higher.
I think it doesn't get as much love as I feel like it should.
Yeah,
To be
yeah.
honest,
You're right. You just everything you said was just bang on. I was like, you know what?
I think
Put it up.
it goes back to that question you asked before of where we ranking them. We were ranking them in 2025, or we ranking them when they came out. I think when it came out, actually, yeah, probably is A tier. To be honest with you, now maybe not. I think if people from an indie horror perspective now, with all the choices that they got, I mean, how many trailers did you cover in that horror showcase? 50 odd.
Yeah, there was so
Like
many.
to think about that now, that was like 2016. There was like
Yeah,
maybe 4. I don't think there would have been a showcase back
yeah,
in 2016. So
oh,
when we think about how far indie horror's come, it's incredible, and it's because of the likes of Layers of Fear that you know
yeah.
we've got the chance to do that. So
I have a
I
question. I
think,
have a question.
of course, yes.
What on game on this tier list? What would you put in an F?
What would I put in an F? As in on this list that
Yeah,
we've got, or scrolling down
yeah.
here, down here.
What, as in all of the ones on this list that you can choose from? What are you putting in F? Because we've got
Oh.
no F tier games.
The thing is that right, and I don't know if this is the cop out answer, but I love horror. I don't know if I could be mean. Um,
Yeah.
I goodness me, where would I
I'm
go
just
with an
looking
F
at
tier?
this. There's stuff that I don't know, and then there's stuff that I played and appreciate. Like I even like Blair Witch. Like I know people rag on Blair Witch, but I really liked Blair Witch.
Yeah, I've not played it, so I can't comment on it. I
It's
don't think I
another
could
gorgeous
put.
walking simulator by Bloober.
Oh right, I didn't know Blue worked on that. I had no idea, did they? I
It is like we just haven't lied.
You know what? I can't pick one. I don't think there is a game
Yeah.
on this list that I would put an F tier. There's games on here that are kind of not great, obviously.
Yeah.
But I also try to shine a positive light on everything as well. Like for example,
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like it's a cop out answer, so I'll mention some games that I think that are not that are lower down. Back for Blood. I love Left 4 Dead. I mean, Left
Yeah.
4 Dead for me would be S tier, or Left 4 Dead 2 would be S tier, Left 4 Dead would be A tier if I was to go down that road. Back 4 Blood, unfortunately, just did not live up to the hype that Left 4 Dead set before it, and I feel like it just did not do. I felt like they wanted to make a game, and the fans wanted them to make a game, and they were just two
Yeah.
completely different things, and unfortunately,
Yeah.
fall into that category. So I'm gonna go with that there. What else did I think was like? Callisto Protocol was very disappointing.
Mm.
Again, to keep people so similar thing, really. You know, in terms of what people wanted the OG. I mean, Callisto Protocol were unfortunately, to their own unfortunate detriment, they had no idea EA were going to remake Dead Space. Like, it was the worst timing announcement ever. Oh, we're the original
Yeah.
guys that did Dead Space. We're going to make a new Dead Space-esque game for you. Oh, hold our phone. We're going to remake the original. Ah, shit. You know,
It was mean.
it was very mean. I don't think they had no idea. They had no idea.
Yeah.
D. Did you ever? Have you ever heard about D?
I've
This
heard of
was
Deep, but I haven't played it.
this was a '90s incredibly janky pre-Resident Evil horror game.
Yeah.
It was like kind of point and click horror with some FMVs that I played it on the channel a couple of years ago. It was very janky, but
Mm.
I have a soft spot for it, even though it was not a good game. It was not a good game, but again, for its time, there was nothing really like it. You know, it was like the House of the Dead games, and then you had D, and then you had Resident Evil.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, okay. What else would I say wasn't great? Have you got any that you want to talk about?
I've just looked through whilst you were looking through, and I don't think I could give a hard F to anything
No.
on this. Maybe no, I can't even. I was gonna say maybe Call of Duty stuff just because it's so not for me, but the zombie stuff actually slaps. So I
I've
can't
heard.
even say that that's an F.
Yeah. I kind of feel would be the same way, to be honest with you. In that respect. So what else is there?
Yeah.
I feel even criminal to kind of mention it, but I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream is an incredible novel, and the game itself was really creepy, but it was incredibly janky. So I have a really hard, soft spot for it, and I loved that game. But equally, it was not executed well. I think it would be really good to see them remake that, maybe? Question mark. You know.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I think
what?
there's tons of things on here. There's just some stuff that I would put as average, but like
Yeah.
a hard F like means that it's actively bad. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I agree with you. I'm definitely a big believer in spinning the positive and like finding stuff to enjoy in things, even if they aren't for you. Like even I remember when Fallout 76 came out. Like I did not enjoy that as a gaming experience. But the lore that they put into it and the research of the cryptids and the different things that they did with like making the world come alive, I was like, I can't hate it. I have to make a video about this because I just love all of these things about it, and that's what I want to
Mm,
talk about.
yeah.
I remember that experience so vividly because I was like, even when I hate it, I love it. So yeah,
That's
it's
fair.
hard. It's really
God.
hard to just fully
Yeah.
write off.
I completely agree. Completely agree. The last game I'd like to kind of talk about probably would be Scorn. Scorn again. Again, we talk about like that era of indie horrors coming out and after PT. Not that it was a PT clone, but well, we didn't know it. It looked at one point like it was going to be one, but then we went a completely different direction. I was so excited for Scorn. I'd never seen that H.R. Geiger type of like indie horror done like that to the level that it was at, and I feel like the concept was just so terrifying and creepy and atmospheric, and then the game that got released was basically just a big puzzle game. And
Yeah.
it was like,
I don't hate
oh.
it. I don't hate it.
But yeah, those are the games I would want to kind of mention, I think, probably. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I haven't played Score. Agony is another one that I didn't play because I heard bad things
Oof.
about it. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's one I heard was rough. So,
Oh, you know
and
what? I think there we go. Agony. Agony can be our F game. There we go. I've not
yeah,
played it either, but like I've seen, like again, when we talk about the game itself was bad. It was from what I've seen and what I've heard and everything. It's terrible. But
yeah,
again, potentially again, a game set legit in terms of like the concept of a game being in hell, like legitimate hell. I'd never seen anything like it, and I think that concept was like so cool. But then it was just an absolute janky mess with
yeah. The
incoherent
consensus on
plot.
Agony
Yeah.
was funny. Oh,
Goodness me. I think we
They
can possibly leave that there, Ash, if you want.
Oh,
I
okay.
love that. That's a very top-heavy list, like a lot of S's and A's. But that's because we've talked for nearly 2 hours,
Yeah.
and we've barely scrapped the surface here. I reckon if we were to put all of those games into the list, we'd get a lot of B's, C's, and D's, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I have been an avid defender of even Aliens, Colonial Marines, and even things like Alone in the Dark. Playing that now, the original one is so jank, but it's just still good fun and it has good
Yeah,
energy. And I feel like everybody that makes horror games like has a lot of love for the genre as well. Like
yeah.
it's never done out of a place of, oh, let's just churn one of these out. There's always some passionate little freak behind it who's like, how can we make this the scariest possible game ever? So yeah, it is amazing to be able to engage with all these games and see the creativity behind them. And even when they're not for either of us, like we can both recognize all the good stuff in them as well. And I think that is an important part of being in this space because it's all built off the backs of creatives who are putting themselves out there as well.
100%. I really feel like we're in a point now in horror gaming that almost feels like I've spoken about this before at some point that I feel like we're in this point now with indie horror gaming or horror gaming at the moment. Almost makes me feel like it would have been what it would have been like in the 80s, where
Mm.
all the B movie horror schlicks were coming out, all the VHS, all the video nasties, all that stuff, right? What an era to be around in, right? Everyone can get a video camera and make their own horror. I feel like now we're at that point with indie horror now where we can make your own game at home, and now people are now creatively, all their creative juices are flowing, their inspirations, their ideas are coming alive, and I feel like it's a real sweet spot for this genre. And like you
Mm.
said, like it's so good to kind of appreciate that, because like I feel like if you look at different genres of other media, I
Mm.
feel like horror is so special in terms of like no one makes a bad horror out of nothing but love and passion. Some people love intentionally bad movies and bad games on
Yeah.
purpose. I'm seeing a lot of bad indie games coming out now that I'm like, oh, that's intentionally bad, like Poop Killer, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's like that's not made, still made it from love and passion, just in a slightly more weird way.
Yeah.
So, I love it. I love it. Oh, what time to be alive! Oh, Ash, thank you. I really appreciate talking horror with you for as long as we have. You've been a wonderful person.
Literally, the time has flown. It has been
Right?
such a pleasure to yap and like debate them all and kind of hear what you really like and what I like and like meet somewhere in the middle as well because they are like quite similar. It's nothing that we've had like crazy different opinions on. So it's just very interesting and being able to yap about like just good stuff is nice, isn't it? It's spooky season.
Oh, exactly, exactly. I love the biggest controversy was me putting Resident Evil 7 in C tier. So that was
Yeah,
the biggest
I
crime of
know.
the
I was
century.
upset.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much again. If you guys are not following Ash Millman, how dare you? Especially after this, right?
Yeah.
Let's give a shout out to Ash Millman. If you guys are not following already, please do. Ash, do you have a streaming schedule, or do you stream when as and when you can?
I am very chaotic. I do what I want when I want. Unfortunately, I wish I had a streaming schedule that I could stick to. Alas, something deep within me is broken and I cannot schedule for the life of me. So I do post on my Discord when I am planning to stream, and I'll be back next week with a special one at I think 9 p.m. on Tuesday, and that's the next time I'll be streaming, and that'll be Phasmophobia with my gang of Phasmo
Ooh.
heads
Ooh.
catching these. And then I have another special event on Friday, aka Halloween itself, which I will be announcing when everything is cooked up in the pot for that as well. So those are the next two streams I'm doing. But yeah, Discord and Instagram I always post on when I'm going live.
Incredible, incredible. Yes, the astral realm. Absolutely. That's Ash's Discord. Thank you, Cozy Zombie. Yeah, thanks so much, everyone, and thank you again, Ash. You wonderful being you.
Thanks for having
That was
me.
so much fun.
Yeah, thank you so much, man. It's been great.
Oh, hell yeah, hell yeah, guys. Catch you soon. Bye bye.